In The Sun Also Rises, Ernest Hemingway famously answered the question, how did you go bankrupt? 2 ways, gradually, then suddenly. The last week suggests that getting out of bankruptcy works the same way. It's difficult to exaggerate the suddenness and significance of the change in attitudes and policies wrought by Russia's unprovoked and indefensible invasion of Ukraine. Imposing banking sanctions via the SWIFT system was considered too heavy a lift on the eve of the invasion. Now it has started in the U.S., Canada, Japan, the European Union and even neutral Switzerland. The U.K., long addicted to Russian oligarch money, has announced an asset freeze. BP and Shell Oil have announced they will divest from Russia, as will Norway's sovereign wealth fund. Russian planes, including the private jets of oligarchs desperate to rescue their money, cannot fly over the EU. Russian vodka is being pulled from shelves worldwide, and FIFA has kicked Russia out of the World Cup. But these moves pale in significance compared with the EU's decision to provide lethal military aid to Ukraine, reversing a long-standing policy against selling arms to countries in conflict zones. The EU is even scrounging up fighter jets for delivery to Ukraine. Meanwhile, Germany's about face is simply staggering. For years, Germany pursued a repugnant codependent relationship with the Putin regime. Now they sound like they want a divorce. And not just from Russia, but from the hyper-pacifist politics that defined German foreign policy for a generation. Its last move under the old paradigm was to offer Ukraine 5,000 helmets and a field hospital. The scorn this meager gesture invited from allies, but more importantly from the German public, in the wake of Russia's onslaught, led German Chancellor Olaf Scholz to tear up his predecessor Angela Merkel's policies. Not only is Germany sending 100 shoulder-launched anti-tank rockets and 500 surface-to-air Stinger missiles, Scholz announced a commitment to a permanent increase in defense spending to finally meet NATO's 2% of GDP requirement. Obviously, the events unfolding in Ukraine are the primary driver of all this. Except for diehard Putin apologists, few can bear witness to Ukrainian heroism and Russian villainy and perfidy and not be moved. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's stirring appeals to the EU, public and private, have been crucial. Example is the school of mankind, Edmund Burke said, and they will learn at no other.